Welcome to this week's weekly challenges. We have some unique weekly challenges, thankfully. They can be a little bit difficult though, like this one, but yeah. So we have beat any tower by Goose 4000, beat any tower by Armorhead, beat any challenging difficulty tower in Ring 2, and reach Tower of Jolly Good Fun and Forgotten Ridge Tower Rush. So you probably might want to do a little bit of preparation with this one, as you have to be pretty much every steeple except for Fading Memories in the Tower Rush to get to this, because it does steeples then towers. I don't know why. I mean, it kind of makes sense because of doing steeples then towers then citadels. But yeah, so to beat this tower, I would do Tower of Slanted Anticipation because it's one of the easiest ones. So yeah, it's this tower. This tower is rather easy. I haven't touched this tower since I've pretty much won, but it's not that bad of a tower. It's made by a few people, including Goose 4000, which is kind of needed because, well, you gotta beat the tower that's made. And there's many other towers made by Goose 4000, like Tower of Leaning Ledges, Tower of Wicked Wedges, stuff like that. But this is one of the easier ones, so you probably want to do this one. But if you're feeling up for it, go for Tower of Leaning Ledges because that tower is pretty short and fun to do. I don't know, it's like one of the only like really good Ring 4 towers, except for Tower of Oblivion and Tower of Inception. I'm kidding. Tower of Inception's better than what people say it is. Like, yeah, the tower's not that good, but it's still, it could be a bit worse. Surprised I'm saying that, even though I've literally failed floor 9. So yeah, it's not going the best experience. All right. So this tower is very sight readable. There may be a couple sections that you might struggle on, but it's zone 2. It's actually decent quality, but still kind of older gameplay. Yeah. Hey, this is 4-3 already. I guess this tower is pretty short too. So yeah, there's not much to say. Just beat this tower when you unlock the zone, because why not? There's just a lot of towers in JToH in general. I would recommend beating every single cannon tower in this game. Cool challenge. But yeah, let's get to floor 4. Yeah, floor 4 is right up here. You could probably do a ton of skips. You could probably do 12 stud jump, unless it's 13 studs 9 blind. But yeah, let me move a little bit away from my microphone. It's probably sound terrible. So yeah, this very easy tower. I probably could just show the completion, but oh, why not commentate? I hope you can hear some of the music, because yeah, this tower's got cool music. This is a time where music was like very unique to stuff. Yeah. Also, I think I should do a tower rush, because I wanted to do Ring 7 tower rush, but I just could not. I kept losing internet connection, and I just kept failing very far in, so I just quit doing it. Yeah, this is 4-5 already, so this tower is pretty short. You'd think it would be a decently length tower, but it's not. From my memory, I think there was one section that was like bad, but I haven't touched this tower in a while, so I don't know. Like right now, I had to actually do some sight reading. But yeah, once you get on top of this, just far jump down to here, and then you have some simple sections. These almost look like push boxes, but they're not. Yeah, anyways, this week's weekly challenges, they're not too bad at the beginning, but the last one's really difficult, because the second one though, you kind of have to get very far, unless there's a tower that Armor had made that is in an early ring, but I couldn't find them. There's 3 that I found. 2 of them are in zone 8. The other, oh yeah, by the way, you have to jump to there. One's in zone 7, the other 2 are in zone 8, so yeah. I will show the one that I found in zone 7. So yeah, now it's just on some floor, I don't really know. There's been a lot of zone 2 in these weekly challenges lately, which zone 2 has been kind of rare in weekly challenges. I mean, there was that monthly tower back in October, which I still have yet to upload, the monthly towers, which I literally recorded on the first day of this year. So yeah, I'll get those uploaded hopefully today, and I will actually get these weekly challenges out early, because yeah, oh yeah, I remember there was like this slide thing. I think it was like RNG, because you would just fall into there, but I think they fixed it. Yeah, now it's just time for this, and man, I like do not know how to talk in a microphone, because I haven't done that in a while. Well, I haven't done that much. I don't know, I haven't uploaded much. It's January, so there's pretty focused on school and stuff. When I say that, I'll barely focus in school though. Yeah, this is I think floor 7 or something. I don't know. There's a lot of floors in this tower. Here we'll be able to look now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 8. That's a surprise. So yeah, we got some Easter music. Dude, they should do. JToH they need to make events better, because there's no way there's going to be a Christmas event this year. I really doubt that. Well, yeah, there was at least a Halloween event. Yeah, like, it'd be cool if there was like way more events in JToH, but there's probably enough staff for events to be made decently, right? I mean, I'm probably wrong, but who knows? A lot of people are being that. Oh, we have another slide. These slides are sketchy because you could just ragdoll that way. I doubt that would happen, but yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought this tower was like a 20-minute tower, but I guess I was wrong. Also, this. So, yeah, I don't know what to commentate on, because this gameplay is very simple. Oh, this floor, I remember. This is like an A through D part floor, but you have these 4 rooms. Try not to fall, especially when you get far on this floor, because it takes a long time to get back. Basically, you have these 4 rooms, and you have to. You just have to do the 4 rooms. They're not bad at all because it's medium gameplay. It's the second easiest tower in this entire zone, and I would recommend beating Zone 2. Well, I mean, I still have the tower rush, but Zone 2 is pretty easy. I mean, it's technically the easiest zone, just because the hardest tower is the easiest soul crushing. I could be wrong about that though. There could just be, I don't know, Ring 2 could be easier, but there's the Citadel, which is kind of difficult. Yeah, you got, this is the second room, and then you have this scary outside slide. Just do nothing, because if you do something, you'll likely fall off, and because this is a Zone 2 tower, it's likely not gonna catch you if you fall. Yeah, don't go down. You have to go up. No, you have to go down. This is weird. You have to jump forward onto that. It might be a little bit confusing, but it's not too bad. And now you have your last room, and there's half studs in a medium tower, but it's the most safety net and easiest version of half studs, pretty much. So yeah, now we're on this, and we have to go down here so you can get up, and then you have to hit this button, which spawns the spherical object, which when you push it goes into a button, and now at the very end. So you just have to do this, and please don't fail here, because it'll be terrible. So basically you have to jump down into the center here, and then you just have to do the gameplay, which I should be able to sight with some Tower of Frightening Nightmares music. And I fluked that tower so much. Yeah, anyways, done with that. Now we just gotta go up here, follow this, don't jump, just walk around. Did this nearly impossible walk around. I guess you can't actually jump because you need to. But then you have to jump down. Oh, that's not climbable. Be careful about that pole. And then you go up here, and then you have to jump to this, and you've beaten the tower at this point, unless you literally lose your connection. Yeah, you have to actually jump off the truss. Otherwise, you're good. Hopefully, I don't sound too bad. I could be doing this, but I'm not. So yeah, just have to go around, jump down. You get this happy music, and then you just gotta go here. You gotta do this outside section. Which, no, you don't have to do an outside section. There's like kind of outside sections in this tower, not really though. So you just have to do the simple gameplay that is here, and then you go down this hole. You gotta squeeze through these holes, and then you have to go on top of this box to go on top of this. It's very simple game. It's very simple gameplay. That's very easy, and I proceed to almost fail. That's me. Can literally be terrifying towers, but can't do that. I mean, can be terrifying towers. I've been struggling on this tower for a while, and the reason why I'm grinding it, I don't know, I just decided to grind it. But hey, Ring 4 will be finished after that, which will be nice, because Ring 4 is not a bad ring, but the towers there are kind of questionable, even though the quality on the towers is higher. and like ring 3 and stuff. So yeah, this floor's kind of long. This tower's not that long. It's like a 10-minute tower, except for the slide, which adds like 20,000 minutes. Yeah, then you have some 3-stud wraparounds. Yeah, they were either buffed or normal 3-stud wraparounds. Yeah, you've pretty much won. You have the Tower of Terrifying Beauty, simple jumps, made past every platform, every side, every trial and stuff. Except for those glass pillars that go all the way down to the bottom. There's not that many slides, but yeah. Now you just get to sit down for a while, drink some Dr. Pepper, and just wait. That was my chair. That was not. Yeah, that was my chair. My chair squeaks a lot. Yeah, see, my chair just squeaked. This slide is ridiculously lengthy, but yeah, it's a part of the tower, so it's pretty iconic. Yeah, just be prepared to have an extra 5 minutes wasted trying to go down the slide, but it's fun to go down. Yeah, you can also see the gradient. Quite a few towers had gradients here. I really just said had gradients. They have gradients. We're getting towards the end here on floor 1. So it takes like a minute to go down the slide, which is cool. And then you're done. Do GG's. And now that is a good time to beat that tower. 11 minutes and 20 milliseconds could have been sub 11. But yeah, now we got to go to zone 7. There's probably some other towers that Armor had me. You could probably beat the steeple that Armor built in the Halloween event. Yeah, we got to go all the way to zone 7 now. And then we get to do Tower of Growing Madness. Now, I don't think I actually made a video on this tower. Yeah, you got to go all the way to Sector B, so you just got to go up the stairs. It's quicker to go up these stairs. Unless you fail them miserably. But yeah, the soul-crushing locations in this tower, they're really interesting. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Yeah, they're almost a little too intricate. But yeah, we got to go all the way to Sector B. And then we got Tower of Growing Madness, made by Armor Hat. To go in this, it's basically reverse Tower of Thinning Layers, except it's easier. So gameplay is not too bad. It's pretty Zone 7 like at the beginning. You get some cool music. But yeah, be prepared to take a while on this tower, and hopefully you don't fail the final stretch. Yeah, you get these like challenges, and the first few floors are pretty easy. But yeah, you gotta hit this wacky button, and then you go down here. And you're already progressing quite a bit until you fall. But failing is pretty okay at the beginning because you don't lose much progress, but later on it gets difficult and you have to wait for the spinner to arrive and then go. Use the buttons to lock and unlock the pusher, so you have to... So you gotta go all the way here, you have to hit the lock, and then you have to jump off, you have to hit this button, you have to unlock, you have to push through, and then you have to lock here. And then you have to get these 2 button challenges. And it looks like you can fall safely. Try not to hit that unlock button, because you'll have to fall down. And then you can do this, wait for the vine to arrive, jump back on, unlock, and then you can jump onto the button, and now you get to progress. So you just have to go onto this, and now you can continue on. And now we're on floor 2, which is a bit wider, nothing too bad yet. Yeah, avoid the skull buttons by jumping the swing. Using the swing jump off if you are hit. So you have to avoid the skulls. So you just have to avoid them at all costs. I just hit it. I will fall down, but if you fail, it's not that bad. So you just hit reset, you start, and then you just really try to avoid. You gotta hit this button. You have to avoid. It's not too difficult, but it might take a try or two. Then once you're done, you just go back here, and then you can go the continued path. Then once you're done with that, got some rather sight-readable gameplay. Nothing too bad. Then you just jump to here, jump on top, kind of squeeze a little bit, and we're almost on floor 3. So basically, you have this. You have to separate the colors. So you have to sway this to the side that has the color. So it's not too difficult, but it can be a little bit sketch if you just like wait at one side, and also you could get juked out like that. But eventually, you're finished and you can continue on. So now we're on 4-3. So you get this inlet thing in it with black outlines grow when touched. So you just jump on and it just grows. You can use that towards your advantage. You have to kind of use it a little bit towards some of these jumps. Then you go on this vine. You actually have to jump, try to go towards the wall as best as you can. Otherwise, you might fall. Yeah, if you fall, it doesn't take that long. You only fail a couple jumps. Just try not to fail towards the center, because that's when you'll really fall. And it can take a while, but it's challenging difficulty. So by the time you can actually unlock this tower, it's not going to be too bad. Just try to wall hop if you can. For that, it'll make it a little bit easier to land on it because it might glitch. But yeah, this you just have to kind of wrap. And then you jump on this, you have to hit that, and then you have to jump to here. Oh, you have to do reverse head hitter. But yeah, you have to do reverse header, then head hitter up, and then you will be able to jump to this. And you have this thing, so you have to go quick. You jump on this, you have to quickly wrap around, and then jump to this, and then jump off, and you should be good to go. And then you have to go inside of that, and then jump up, and you'll be okay if you just stay in the middle, because you have something that does save. And then after that, it's pretty simple. Yeah, it's pretty easy to save you fall, especially towards the beginning, because you lose like very little progress, which is good for this tower. But yeah, you just gotta wait for that to go all the way up, and there are times we do have to time that, like that time you had to do that header. And now we have this. You just jump to this, go here, and all this, and then you have this. Use the growing blocks to protect the buttons from the shot. So with the start, and then you have to hit those. But if you fail, you just reset. So you just have to kind of do this a lot. It's not that bad, but they just have to hit it. And once it saves the button, you can then continue on. So you just get some okay jumps. For this, you just kind of want to hit it and then go off because you can, and you saw what happened. You fall, and then just hold space or just hold jump. Just jump or just spam, because you have to kind of wrap around, and you'll fall through and fall down, but you'll save on the beginning of the floor, so you're not going to lose that much progress. And then you have to go across this conveyor, and then you have to hit this vine. You have to hit both of these buttons, quickly get through, and then quickly jump off. And then you have this, try to jump forward so you don't hit your head and fall off. And then you have to time in this like open area, and then you kind of have to wrap around. Hit this, quickly wrap off before it goes away. Go facing towards the wall and then jump up. And then you have this break area. You can look outside the window, do some scary. But yeah, this tower is not too bad. It's a bit more lengthier because it's on 7. Yeah. And then you just have to jump on this, quickly do a head hitter, and now you're on floor 5. So you just have to jump to this inlets with the orange blocks. The orange outlines shrink when touched. So you just have to hit this and then quickly jump off. Try to wait a little bit so you don't get flown. So you just kind of have to hit this and then go. So yeah. Hopefully you're not too colorblind, so you can actually see the orange and stuff. If you are, then you'll see. So you'll know when you have to hit that. But yeah, hit this. Am I soft locked? I think I'm soft locked. I'm soft locked. No. Oh no. This is not good. I'll meet you back up here. I'm back. So you want to hit this, and then you want to jump down, then quickly jump off. So then you have to do these wraparounds and stuff. And my dog is barking right now, probably because of a delivery driver. My dog hates delivery drivers. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. But yeah, you just gotta hit that, quickly jump in, jump out, and then quickly go a wrap around that, and you should be good. So separate the shapes, sending them right or left, looking to the symbol. So you have to hit this, and then you gotta hit that, and then that. You'll just see square is to the right, or triangle. Oh no! So square and trusses go to the right. Spherical objects and triangles go to the left. So yeah, you'll see, kind of like that. You'll hear like a ding sound when you get it right. So yeah, you just have to hit this. Squares and triangles may be a bit difficult to see, but they're not too bad. But once you get them all down, you will be able to continue on. So you have to hit this orange outline, quickly wrap around, and then wrap off. and you have to hit this, and then you have to jump up, and then you'll be able to continue on. So you have to hit this, and then you'll see it shrink down, and then you just have to jump to there. So make sure you sight read a little bit, because it would be terrible to fail. And then you have to go up here, go around here, say hello to this person. I don't know what that says. I can barely speak English, and English is the only language I can speak. So yeah, I only can read one language. That's probably not that good. Yeah, once you're done, you just continue on to the path, and you're on floor 6, so you're halfway done. Fine. Basically, just wait for that shrink, wrap around, then just kind of like go forward toward the truss. But basically, now you gotta go into the center. You have to spawn this, then go towards the edge, and then jump off. Be mindful that it only takes 4 seconds. And then you just hold space. Just hold jump. Hit these, just keep going. Try not to fail, and then you'll be able to pass. And then you wrap around onto this. And then be careful, these jump pads will negate your jump power. So you have to be in this area and then jump off. And you have to jump in here. And then you have to wrap around up here, and then you have to go to this. Go all the way through, and then you actually have to jump on this jump pad. And now you can continue on. So you have this, and then you have the dropper. So you just have to survive the dropper. It's very easy. Or you get flung. I don't understand. But yeah, you just have to do slash against 2, or you could just T-pose it. But now you have this thing. You just have to hit the buttons. You have to hit the 4 buttons. No, you have 5 buttons. Once you hit all 5, you'll be able to jump down. And then you have more of the dropper. And then you have to ledge climb. And then nothing will save you outside, so you just have to be prepared. Just gotta wait for this to let you go. Oh, this isn't outside. I'm very smart. So you go outside, and then you just have to do the scary outside section. Please don't fail. Please don't. And then you have this thing. You just have to jump towards, and then you have to do something. I think you jump down to there. Yeah, you jump down to here, and then you can jump through this, and then you jump on the orange, jump onto the orange, dodge that, dodge this. I don't know. Try your best. Try your best. I don't know. And then you can slash cheer. I'm good at slashy dance too, but I'm not good at slashy cheer. Wow, my dog likes to bark. And yeah, you're gonna get flung off of those. There's not much you can do. You just gotta hit this, and then you go down to here, get your water bottle. Actually, you do need to get that water bottle. Oh, you actually need it. But you hit the water bottle, which hits a button, and then you can continue going all the way down. You go all the way down, corner flip, and now you hit this. Press this button to activate the challenges. Beat all of them to open an entrance to floor 8. So you have to do these 3 challenges. They're not too bad, but you just have to do them. Yeah. This can be where you just have to jump, land, and then go. If you fail, you can easily save, like how I did. It's just, yeah. It might take a couple seconds. You'll eventually get it down, though. Yeah, I tried to jump to the slower one. I don't know why I tried to jump to the higher one, but yeah. Once you hit the first one, you can activate challenge 2. And then you just walk all the way to challenge 2. You use the morph created path with buttons, so you just have to have this go as high as possible. Right there, and then you're just gonna remove this from existence. So you want this to be just a little bit lower. You want this to be as high as possible. This you can set lower, and then that be out of the way. Then you can spawn the button. I guess you need this a little lower. You need it right there. So this is your actual configuration. I'm supposed to be able to do this first try. Oh, I finally got it. What? Maybe you have this as high as you can. Oh, you can have one up there? Wow. You just have these as high as you can, I guess. Nope. I should I should just do a cut on this. There, this is the configuration you want. This there, and this there. I don't know why it took me that long to do. But hey, I finally got it down. So once you finish that challenge, you'll see it hit the button. You can activate challenge 3 now, which then you just go towards. So basically you have to jump on this jump pad. And then yeah, oh, by the way, this isn't netted apparently, so you just have to carefully hit all these buttons. And then once you hit all of them, be able to jump through, jump off, hit this button. You'll be teleported back, and then you can go through. And now you're on floor. Welcome to the last floors. There's no net in this outside. Be extra careful. Just gotta be careful with this outside. You have to jump to here, then wrap around, jump here, go into this crevice, and then you have to push this here, activate this, push it through so it goes all the way through. It hits the button, which then you can wrap around with. Go onto this X pusher. Jump here, jump off. Stick your head on the platform above and avoid the obstacles. So you go here. Ooh. This is kind of sketchy. Oh, you gotta hold W. Hold W. You gotta look. This is kind of sketchy, but you just gotta hold W. Jump on top and then just dodge the obstacles. It's very sketchy platform, but hey, we'll get it down. And then for this, you have to jump all the way here and then just jump off almost immediately. That's why. So then you jump down to this. You wrap around, try to hit that teleporter, and touching the black neon will make you lose some progress. So you just have to jump here, quickly wrap around, jump on top of this. You just have to wrap in, pray you land, and then you're done with that outside. So now once you're done with that outside, you just have to do some simple gameplay inside, jump onto this, and then quickly wrap around on top. Go as far as you can, far jump, and then you just have to jump to this, and then you do a reverse header. You do a head hitter, and now you're on floor 9. So floor 9, you have to use the net pusher to, you gotta not fall, but you gotta use the left button to move the pusher left for 5 seconds. So you push it left for 5 seconds, quickly get through, and then you just gotta eventually follow through with this. This is kind of sketchy. But yeah, just kind of do what I did, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that. But once you get it done, you'll be teleported back and you'll be able to continue on. So you just jump down onto these trusses, jump on top of this platform, go to here, jump on top of this, then jump off. Jump to this side. And then you can jump to here, and then you have to say hello to this guy. Welcome to the disco room. What can I do here? I'm never doing that. Enjoy the view and vibe with the music. How can I continue? Go to the entrance next to me. So you just go to this entrance, and then you have to continue on with the gameplay. Now on floor 10. Okay, Epic Gamer, time to fail. Oh yeah, you have a ridiculously difficult final stretch. So you have to carefully go across this, like how you do a normal tower for thin layers, and then you fall all the way down and you beat the tower. So that's that tower. It's not too bad. Try not to get soft locked somehow like I did. But once you're done with that tower, you just jump onto the wind pad, and then you're done with that challenge. So after that challenge, you have to beat any challenging difficulty tower in Ring 2. So there's quite a few to do. So you gotta go all the way there. Yeah, I like going to the ring select, by the way, because of you can get a really rare ring select, which is awesome to get, by the way. So yeah, and you're not gonna get as many rare ring selects because you're just gonna travel to the ring quickly, which is good. But yeah, you will have the ability to not get a rare ring select as often. Thought I'd mention that. So now that we're in Ring 2, we got the New Year's ring. It's pretty much February now. But yeah, we have a bunch of challenging towers. We have Tower Falling Failing, Tower of Traps, Tower of Deep Darkness, and Tower of Shattered Dreams. We're going to do Tower Falling Failing because it's the easiest. But yeah, this tower is pretty easy. It's got a ton of traps though. So yeah, you start off floor 1's pretty much this easy. You'll have that. And yeah, I could do Tower of Traps, which I kind of want to do. I haven't touched that tower since I did Ring 2 Towers, and I've actually never done the revamp before. So I missed out on that experience. But yeah, here's a cool skip you can do. You can just jump on top of that one stud, and then you just jump here, and then you go all the way forward too. I highly recommend doing that skip. Okay? But then you go down to here, and then you do this, and yeah, this was my favorite intense tower at one point. And yes, this tower was intense at one point. I don't know how it was my favorite. It was 2020, so towers weren't that great. But yeah, this tower I think has some escapable spots, but try not to escape. But you're not going to be that nervous, especially when you're grinding Tower of Inception. Yeah, you can do this, and then you can just jump to here. And this is 10 studs, so you can do an easy high jump to get out of it. Then you go to here, jump onto this one stud, go on this one stud, go on this path, don't go that way, you'll fall and be soft locked. And then you have to do this, you have to jump to here, and then you just have to continue going around all these. After that, you just jump to this, go onto this, and then you can jump to here, and then you can like skip to there, but just jump down to this one stud. It'll save you some time, especially if you fail like this, and stuff like the tower rush and whatnot. Yeah, then you have to do some head editor. You'll go on top of here. You have to jump all the way to here. And then you have to go down to this, do a far jump, continue to jump with these, jump all the way down here, and now you're on floor 3. So you have to jump very carefully, because you might fall. Also, if you're low on health, please heal. This tower has a lot of healing involved, so you really want to just heal up. And I would recommend knowing how to do all the towers in this, because you have to do a lot of completions, and it's good to just know what to do. And yeah, I would probably recommend doing another tower if you want, but yeah. Now you're on floor 4. So floor 4 starts off simple, but it ends like in the most dumb way possible. Basically, you gotta go here. I'd really recommend healing up. You're gonna be really low on health. And then just walk across this with helicopter powers. You can do it without helicopter powers, but and then for this, you just have to far jump and then go here. And then you have this thing. So basically, you have to jump all the way to the center of the spinner. Heal up pretty much as you can. And then you have to time jumping onto the spinner so then you can land there. It's pretty difficult, but it's not too bad. Once you get it down, you get down. This spinner seems awfully slow. I think they might have actually nerfed this. But you'll see it there, and then you kind of have to immediately jump off, and then you just have to keep going and then jump off, and eventually you'll land it. So just kind of copy what I did. Just hope you got good timing. Yeah, after that, you have floor 5, which you could probably do this section without taking much damage, but you might as well just go. If you're low on health, just heal up. But yeah, you just have to do a lot of these jumps, and then you just jump here. Yeah, this is one jump where you won't take much damage. And then you jump down to this and just use T-pose. Just walk across. And be careful, apparently. Yeah, you're going to be pretty low throughout this, so just try to heal up. Be mindful of your health. It would really suck to die, especially after floor 4. But yeah, then you have to do this reverse head hitter, which is easy. There's not much to say. And then you'll see a little bit of a trap that this creator tried to do. You just jump to this. And then you just do these, and also my studs look weird. I don't know, that's been happening a lot, where like the studs will just like freak out and they'll like do this. I don't know what's happening, but I don't really care that much. I don't care that much about the stud texture. I just care about whether I'm lagging or not. If I'm not lagging, I'm going to be happy, but if I'm lagging, I'm not. And then you have this jump. It's really weird. Just treat it as a far jump, and then you can jump down. If you do fail this, you probably could high jump this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a 15 stud high jump. So unfortunately, this sucks, because there's a little bit of a non-collidable section there, which then you would have to use to get to floor 6. So unless you're good at doing 15 stud lag high jumps, like me, I say I'm good, but I'm terrible at them. I've never done them before. But you probably could just like just do that, carefully align with this, and then just do like a flat wall clip. Yeah, I'll meet you back up here, and we're back. So yeah, you just have to jump at that kill brick, and then you're good. Try to heal up a little bit. Yeah, there's been 1,006 oofs on this. Yeah, that's a lot. So when you're at this part, you just gotta kind of jump and then just kind of dodge and weave. Yeah, you kind of want to heal up a little bit. This floor is pretty much the easiest, but pretty much once you pass that first half, it's just the floor gets 10 times easier. It's pretty much your break floor, especially this. And then you have for this floor, which is actually also really easy too. What I recommend is learning your route, so just gotta learn the route. It's a very easy route. So yeah, to do the route, you just have to go down here. You just have to dodge the kill bricks. Trying to take too much damage, but just follow the route I take. If you get lost, and you'll make it through every time, because it works. Unless it's like still of weird nostalgia, then you'll have some weird thing. But yeah, instead of going this way, you just gotta squeeze through this 1 stud gap. Go this way. You have to, instead of making this hole, you just have to squeeze through this other 1 stud gap, and now you're on floor 8. So what you have to do is you have to do these ridiculously long 12 stud jumps, and if you fail, you're done for because there's a teleporter right here. I mean, I guess you could be okay because of that, and I was just kidding the whole time. You just have to fall down to here, and then you have the actual gameplay of this floor. And don't worry about failing this floor, it's a safety net. So yeah. But you have this, and this is the last safety net floor of this tower. Because after that you have floor 9 and floor 10, which are not safety net. And please don't fail floor 10. You're going to be so annoyed if you fail floor 10. But you just have to do this. Jump to the 1 stud, jump on top of this. Yeah. Those spinners are kind of difficult. They take a few attempts, but they're not too bad. Especially because it's safety net and stuff. Basically, you have to jump onto this. And then you have to jump onto that spinner. And then it's pretty much free until floor 9. And floor 9 and floor 10 are pretty easy. Just be aware of how much damage you're taking. Because knowing how much damage you're taking is very key. So yeah, you just have to walk around, and you just have to kind of jump, land here, then jump. And then you have to jump onto this. Please try not to fail this very end. But yeah, once you're on floor 9, you'll notice this. You have to very carefully, you'll notice that some of these aren't collidable. So you have to watch out for the ones that aren't collidable. Just take the path I'm taking. And then just carefully move. But yeah, you just have to stay in this middle one here. And then you have to jump to this. Just skip this entire platform as it's not collidable, so you want to just be mindful of that. And that's floor 9. Floor 9 is very easy, as I said. And then you have floor 10, so you have to do these wrap around, stick out things. And then you jump down to this. You push this X pusher. You jump off. And then you go down to here. You have to do this kill brick wrap around. And then you have to go this way. Because, yeah, that's not really... I don't think this is collidable, but... Well, you want to be as careful as you can. And then you can go, you could probably skip to there, but it's not worth it. You just go around here. Just hold W. And if you have helicopter powers, I'd recommend using them here. And then you have this. This thing sucks. It's a wraparound. But once you do that wraparound, you're pretty much good, and you do the challenge. So once that challenge is done, now you have the final challenge. Reach Tower of Jolly Good Fun and Forgotten Ridge Tower Rush. Now, if this was like a normal Tower Rush, this would be an easy challenge. A beginner weekly challenge. But no, you have to do half of the Tower Rush to get here. And if you're grinding this Tower Rush, I'd recommend doing this now. But basically, you have to get all the way to Forgotten Ridge Tower Rush, which if you don't know where it is, let me show you real quickly. So you just spawn in, you have to go all the way to the intermediate towers, except you'll see this, you just jump down to here, and you're already at the Tower Rush. So yeah, you're gonna notice this. Yeah, you have to get pretty far, so you have to beat pretty much all the steeples, which is what I'm going to commentate on. So this is going to be a very lengthy commentary. I say that, but I've gotten to the Remorseless Steeple in under 30 minutes, so it's not too bad. It'll take a while, but it's not the worst thing. You just have to do this. So just I'd recommend playing all the steeples because yeah, it's good, and you could do some really good skips, like in Steeple of Huge Pain. There's a big skip that Scouthex did, which it's probably patched, but I won't do this skip. Steeple of Huge Pain isn't that difficult anyways. Yeah, I remember trying to beat that Steeple when Forgotten Ridge initially came out. It took me a while because I was mid Remorseless difficulty. Like, I could beat Steeple of Towering Pillars, but it would take a while. I'm surprised I didn't try to beat Forgotten Ridge, but yeah, you could you could try to do skips here. Yeah. The steeple is like very possible damageless. Things have changed since 2021. Yeah. Doing this gives me memories from when I tried to do this back in like early summer 2022. I think there was music in this. But yeah. Sorry, it's already been like a while, which is interesting to think about. And my channel's like my channel's gotten 4 times as big, which I'm happy about. But I mean, I've also put in like a little bit more effort. Basically, like I'll do cuts and voice commentaries and whatnot. But that's really it. And yeah, you're gonna be probably annoyed with like getting to this, like getting to the tower, but if you get stuck on any of the steeples, you just go back to this. So yeah, it's good to do these commentaries on the weekly challenges because it actually makes you do them. And yeah, as you see, I don't really do this anymore, but those are the tickets you get if you're not VIP, and these are the tickets if you're VIP. They're crossed off for non-VIP for me because I bought VIP for a video, which it's like one of my most viewed videos. That is insane. Thank you guys for watching that terrible commentary video I made. I kind of want to make more of those, but there hasn't been like stuff that's released, which is a good and bad thing. Good thing because, well, I don't have like a job where I'm making money yet. I mean, I probably could get a job right now, but I'll get a job later this year, so that problem will get fixed, and that is way too much information. But yeah, once you get to this, you're pretty much at the end now. You can do the challenge, which I won't do because, well, I want to get this on quickly because, yeah, I want to get this out quickly. Weekly challenges become irrelevant after a few days, which, I mean, I still get quite a few videos on them on my channel because my channel is bigger than it used to be. But it still takes a while. Also, this steeple, thankfully, it's been way nerfed. This used to be like, it used to be instantly fall, and now it's just a terrible ouch brick, which you could survive if you are able to do good enough. But yeah, I would highly recommend looking at all the steeples. Try to beat everything before going, so you have a bit of familiarity, and also have the skill to actually beat the most difficult thing in the tower rush. So if you have like insane difficulty skill level, it doesn't matter, but make sure you can actually do the tower rush. I made sure to do that when I was in a skilled at the game. I did tower rushes. I mean, I still like doing tower rushes, but I don't know. It's weird. Like I never get soft locked in tower rushes, and I think the solution is to just do the tower rush right when you join. If you fail the tower rush, just rejoin the entire server, which will kind of reset everything, which kind of fixes everything. That's what I did with Paradise Atoll Tower Rush, and I never had issues. So I'd recommend doing that. I mean, yeah, like my luck with tower rushes is interesting. Like I'll never get soft locked, but I will like lose internet connection very far in. So it's kind of mixed. Also, the lava stops here. Yeah, these early steeples don't really need much commentary, but the later ones might do. Like especially the towering pillars steeple. That steeple is pretty difficult, but it's not the most difficult thing. And please don't fail this outside. You'll be soft locked immediately if you fail it, but it's not that hard. And then once you hit this button, the lava starts rising, and you can do things. You can either hit this button that's right here, or you can skip it. If you skip the button, you'll just have to do some head hitters, but if you hit it, you'll just have to climb a ladder going into the floor 6. Yeah, this is floor 5, by the way, so at this point you're gonna pretty much almost beat it. And yeah, this was the last medium that I beat that I like actually like struggled with, because despite being remorseless skill when I did the steeple, it was unnerfed, and just because you're good at the game doesn't mean you can struggle. But yeah, I got really off topic. Yeah, if you don't get the button, you'll have to do those head hitters, but if you did get the button, you can get the ladder. If you're like very tight on time, which doesn't happen, just get the button. But yeah, once you have 4-6, you pretty much win. Just don't fail the easy jumps. But yeah, you have to get these 3 buttons. You have to do this reverse head hitter here, get this button, and they have to get like a ton more buttons. It's pretty much a button hunt. I would recommend waiting for the lava to rise all the way, in case if you do actually fall, you could just easily get back up. Yeah, the second button's on this had to do this weird thing. You have to kind of go to the right of the sign, and then you just do this. And then you have this button challenge, which a lot of people struggled with, but I never did. Basically, you see these two paths. You align with the button, and then you just kind of like hit the button and then just go back. I recommend using T-pose. I never really struggled with that because, I don't know, it's easy to spot that, but I don't know. I'm not going to say much. But yeah, once you do that, you have to get 2 more buttons before you can actually beat the steeple. You just have to do this. And they have to go all the way around. And then you go here, and then you hit this. And that's that steeple. So you got to go all the way up here, jump on top of this wind pad, and you beat the steeple. So now you have steeple of low woe. Now if you've done the actual challenge, you'll actually be able to do this in a relatively quick time. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to beat this that quickly ever again. So yeah, I should try to do a speedrun like that, except I just kind of copy that other video I did, which I never linked into the description. My bad. I'll do that when I upload this, because for some reason I decided that I had to be really lazy, and it sucks being lazy sometimes, but lazy's a choice, really. You can choose to be lazy, you can choose not to be lazy. That's kind of just me being lazy because I don't have to do anything. I don't feel that urge to do stuff, probably because like my channel's not that big and stuff. Like if I had a really big, like my channel had like 100 subscribers, I was getting like 100 views a video, I would definitely be way less lazy with videos on my channel, just because, well, I could lose everything. But yeah, very few of you are probably actually here watching this. If you're here, comment steeple of low woe is easy difficulty. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I'd do that. I don't know. I'm gonna be a huge YouTuber one day, so who knows? I say that, but I'm literally playing JToH. I'm making JToH videos for YouTube. That's unless JToH gets really big, but I mean, one day I'll probably move on from JToH. Which, yeah, probably suck, but I mean, it is what it is. None of us are gonna be playing JToH until we die, unless one of us decides to beat Citadel of Void and the physics somehow don't break the steeple. That's pretty much all I can say. Yeah. The steeple is way more calm to do than to speedrun it, but because I know the speedrun strats like that, the steeple is even easier. Yeah, I hope you guys waited to do the challenge for the like 150 seconds instead of 135. But yeah, that steeple goes very quickly. You can have a little bit of lag going, but it's not too bad. After that steeple, you have this steeple, which is pretty basic. The steeple of uninstalling Roblox. It's a good like new hardest to do because it's hard. It's like upper hard difficulty, but it's not that bad. I tried to beat this on mobile because for a little bit of time I was actually interested in beating towers on mobile. And the hardest tower I've ever beaten was a steeple, and it was steeple of low woe, so I didn't get very far. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see me do mobile JToH tower completions. It would definitely be cool to do those. Get like pretty good at mobile, but I'd have to like be stuck on like a horrific tower to do that though. But like once I get to like horrific difficulty completions, I'll definitely like try to make other kinds of JToH videos, because like waiting for me to do a completion like that would take a while, and I'd have to basically be like mythics and just upload other kinds of completion videos, which I don't want to be like a fully completion based channel. I want to start off with completions because that's what I'm good at, completing towers, and then just kind of see where I go in the JToH for that, and maybe, I don't know, who knows? There's a lot that could happen. It's early 2024. It's January, and I don't know. I haven't done too much. The winter is kind of a quiet season, so not the most happens. But yeah, this kind of feels like I'm doing a live stream, except I'm not. I don't know. Let me know if I should do live streams. I think it'd be pretty cool to do. But I have to learn how to do live streams and stuff. Once I did that, that'd be pretty cool. The thing is, I probably wouldn't do live streams until my channel got like to a decent size, because I'd want like interaction on the actual streams. By the way, this is a time section. It's very tight, as you only have 7 seconds left out of the 12 seconds. Yeah, it's very lenient. But yeah, let me know if I should do live streams. I would probably want to wait though, because like I get decent amount of views on my channel, but the live count on the streams would be very low because my channel's not that big, and I'd want to have a pretty decent sized, like, again, I'd want to be able to interact between you guys on the streams. And yeah, by the way, there's this jump. It's a momentum jump. They're pretty easy. And if you want to beat a ton of towers in this game, like Tower of Inception, I don't know why you'd want to beat that tower. It's actually not too bad of a tower. It's better than what people say it is, but it's still not that good of a tower. You will have to do that, and I'm very off topic. Yeah, this steeple's probably has a ton of difficulty just because of the outside sections, the punishment, and floor 5. And you can do a 4x2 stick out, but I really recommend doing this unless you're speedrunning the steeple. But yeah, that's that steeple. Now we have a steeple of wall punching, which I actually tried to speedrun the steeple really quickly once. That didn't turn out very well, but I did try to do it at one point. So yeah, let's see if any of that muscle memory kicks in. Yeah, like the beginning of this Tower Rush goes really slow, but it does lengthen out a lot over time. As you saw my Forgotten Ridge Tower Rush completion video, which I might link in the description. I don't know. You'll see my time is like 4 hours, which is it's surprisingly high but surprisingly low, just because of what the later stuff is. But yeah, 4-3 is I feel like you could jump from there to there. I don't know. It looks like it's possible, because if you were to skip that, everything else would likely be possible damageless, which Scouthex would probably not be happy doing this damageless. But I mean, there's like there's 2 kill brick sections this whole steeple, so it probably wouldn't be that bad. But yeah. Oh, I don't really know what to say. Oh, by the way, the second last on these is a conveyor, so please be mindful of that. So yeah, you could probably definitely jump from there to there. It looks possible. I'm probably very wrong though. So yeah, this last challenge, it's not easy, but it's not as bad as you think. It's just you'll have a couple steeples that'll really like make it difficult because of a tower of steeple of towering pillars. Yeah, excluding that steeple, it's not that bad. You're just doing a ton of steeples, which is that. And yeah, this is a good time to actually go for the Tower Rush, because you'll actually get a weekly challenge on, which gives off a ton of tickets. If you see 17 or 26, that's a lot. So yeah, like VIP, you can get a ton of tickets, but is it worth it? I don't know. Determine if you like. And by the way, this is a trap. You have a conveyor jump. Just be mindful of that. Don't think you have to do a ton of wraparounds, but here you have to do a ton of wraparounds. And you don't have to do that last one as much. You just have to jump down to this platform, and then you just have all these, and then you have the last tower. Just YOLO it. And that's that steeple. So now we're on the steeple of climbing, which does have an outside, which you can't actually glitch back in, thankfully. So it's not too nerve-wracking, but there's no point. Why would you want to fail outside? Failing outside sucks, but if you can glitch back in the tower, they don't really matter. And yeah, you do need this button. Once you get that button, you're pretty much good. And you do have to do a momentum jump, which I timed horribly wrong. But because it's 4-1, it takes me 30 seconds to get back or something. Yeah. If you do Tower Rush and you have like insane skill level, I would actually recommend doing this Tower Rush just because it has a lot of steeples, so you can get really far really quickly, and it's like meant to be older gameplay. but it's just really classic style gameplay, which is easy to do. So if you're looking for Tower Rush, I would recommend this one. Though if you want like the easiest Tower Rush, I would do Garden of Ixchel Tower Rush, because that only has like one section that could end your run, and that is the Steeple of Flourishing Wastelands final stretch, which is a pretty easy final stretch. Still took me like 2 hours to do that, but yeah. That goes 4,000. No, that's not. But for this, you could do a 4-stud stick out, or you could do a reverse head hitter. I mean, it is a nerf 4-stud stick out because you land there, but yeah. And then you hit this button, and then you just jump onto here, and then pretty much good to go. So yeah, you just have this wraparound, you go up here. And this is a 5-floor steeple, so yeah. Basically, you just have to jump on this, quickly go on top, and then you can go through. And then you have some ladder, well, trusses really. And then you have these very tight conveyors. You have to jump at the last minuscule seconds. That's how bad those are. And if you fail, I want to show how long it takes to get back. One, because I'm lazy, and two, just to show like how short this steeple really is. So yeah, this steeple is pretty short, and it's a little bit shorter with the 5 seconds of button progress you will obtain throughout the time. So yeah, although you only have like 2 buttons of button progress, it can be a little bit helpful. And that's pretty much all. This steeple is very sight readable except for those conveyors, which, oh, that's like the reason this is challenging. They're that bad. And I really should do a cut to get back there, which I'm probably going to do. It's just, it's ridiculous just how tight those conveyor jumps are. But there's not much you can do. And when you do get good at them, it's pretty nice to get good at them, though. And when you do fall, there's a good chance you can save on floor 2, like early floor 2, late floor 1. So you can save about 50% of your progress. Just for me that time, I wasn't able to save on these spinners. I mean, one progress is there. It saves very little, though. So yeah. Also, when you're doing these tower sets, I highly recommend putting your reset time up, because sometimes you might decide to reset your run if you fall all the way down, because yeah, you might want to, and it's kind of difficult. So yeah, you just have to time those very quickly. I'll meet you back up there when I actually do them. There. So yeah, those are really tight. As you saw, I jumped almost as late as I could, and I barely made them. But yeah, it really sucks having to do those multiple times, because yeah, so that's like the first like really bad obstacle in this tower rush. And my voice keeps cracking. I don't know why. But yeah, and after that you have another conveyor jump, but it's nowhere near as bad. It's bad, but you have a much higher chance of passing it, because one, you just did really bad conveyor jumps, and two, it's let's tell you. So yeah, this is the outside section. If you fail this, you can glitch back in the tower, but you might want to reset. Well, you shouldn't, but you'll feel obligated to, just because one, you'll have to glitch back in and you'll feel a little bit of guilt probably, and two, you'll have to do those conveyor jumps. But yeah, after that, you're pretty much good for the rest of the steeple. Floor 3 is not that bad, except for the outside section. Other than that, you're pretty much good for this floor. And then you just have to keep doing your jumps. Jump on top of here, go to this, go on top of these, and now you're on floor 4. So floor 4 is got some old Roblox music, which is pretty good. But yeah, floor 4 has some spinner sections. Yes, actual climb objects. It's got something that even Tower of Inception doesn't have, spinners, which I'm honestly kind of shocked about, but I'm kind of glad, because those spinner jumps I know would be barely possible. It's either that or they'd be the easiest thing in existence. And yeah, you could just do a head hitter ladder flick, or if you can't do those, just jump to this. But yeah, you have to go on the left side for this wraparound. Try to wrap around fully for this. Try not to start climbing on top of this, because it'll make the wrap actually harder. So just try to dodge that like that, and you'll be good to go. And then you do this, and now you're on the final floor. You start off with this ball section, which is kind of safe to do, not really though. But yeah, then you have to go back onto the spherical object, And then after that, it's okay. You just have to kind of do this. Try not to fall because, well, yeah, but just keep going and then just jump. And then you have this. You have to go on top of this half stud. You'll hit your head on that too, so it's actually kind of a difficult jump. But yeah, jump this. What I recommend do is I just recommend wrapping around. And if you go stuck on the truss, like if you go and you like get stuck, you can just like hold space in W and A, and you'll make it off. So it's kind of good to do a jump like that. And then for this, just do a header to this way so you can then jump off. And then you can do these. You can do these as like really tight wraparounds, or you can just do them as one-stud walkarounds, which are really easy once you can do them. Two-stud walkarounds are pretty easy as well. So if you can do those instead of doing low jumps, I'd recommend doing them as walkarounds. So yeah, once you do this, you gotta jump pretty much forward and then in. It's a weird jump, but yeah, at this point, you pretty much being just jump to here. Please don't do a 4-stud stick out. Why would you want to do 4-stud stick out? I don't know. Maybe you're Skitsuna or somebody. But yeah, once you're on top of this steeple, you just have to go on top of this, and then you go through, and now you have steeple of huge pain. And this is a huge pain to complete. Well, I mean, it was when I had to do it, but it's not that bad of a steeple. Just do this. You just have to do some jumps. Please be watchful of your health at this point. You have 2 steeples left to do, and I can't ladder flick for some reason. But yeah, you might get a little bit nervous actually, but this is why this challenge is really difficult. Because this steeple and the other steeple. This steeple is not that bad. Because although it's like pretty difficult, it gets better towards the end. And you can glitch back in too, so it's actually pretty nice. So yeah, if you have trouble with the jump, just copy how I do unless I tell you not to copy. Yeah, you can like jump and miss that. But yeah, you could. It's probably better to try to like do like some high jump and then go into climb animation on this, just because this jump is terrible. You have to get towards the edge, you have to jump, and then you have to like turn it all the way around. It's that bad of a jump. There's a reason why this is high intense instead of high challenging. And yes, this was high challenging when it released. It was stupid. It was the worst. It took me a really long time to beat this. I was able to and I was able to go in the difficulty polls, so I did probably influence that just because I voted for a higher difficulty, which a lot of people probably did. Yeah, it was good like when difficulty polls happen to do that. Oh my god, you gotta do this jump. So yeah, I gotta get to the edge, and you just kind of have to like wrap around quickly. It's a difficult jump. I'd recommend trying to skip it unless it skips a checkpoint. But yeah, and this you just have to go flick off like that. But yeah, like difficulty polls are cool because you actually wanted to beat everything. Like that's what I did for Forgotten Ridge and stuff. Also because I had low tower counts then, and I wanted higher tower counts and whatnot. Also, back in 2020, 2021, you wanted to beat every tower. Things have changed since then. It's probably why I have such a high tower count. But yeah, we're pretty much done with 4-1, and I just did some incredible skip. But basically, you just have to do that, and then you can do wall up skip, or you can do that. And now you're on 4-2. So 4-2's got the flourishing wastelands outside music. But yeah, you have to do these jumps carefully. Do some wraparounds. Jump up to here, then jump to this, and then far jump to here. Now you could do some 5-stud stick out, or you could just go around. I would recommend going around because why would you want to do that? But yeah, you just gotta go here. It's difficult, but it's not the end of the world. It's definitely doable, especially if you have if you're trying to do this. Jones, and then for this, I recommend going towards the center and then just like going through. Wait for this to go down, and then you can jump off. It's pretty easy. And then you have this section. Please don't fail. It would be terrible. You're also going to hit your head, so your jump's going to be a little bit lowered, but yeah. And then you have this. It's that you could... I would probably recommend trying to find a way to skip. Because you have to do these, which isn't that bad, but Wait, what? No, never mind. You don't want to skip. I thought it was an X push for a second. No, please don't do a skip. Just do that legit. Oh yeah, you have this jump. It's pretty terrible. You have to get towards the edge and then just wrap around like that. It's terrible jump. And then you have this too. You just have to get towards the edge and you just have to wrap around. Pray you don't hit your head. And then you have 4-3, the last 4 that's not safety netted. So you have this. You have to get all the way towards the edge, jump here, and then jump up. And then you have to do this. So it's not too bad gameplay at the start. You have to do this, try to jump towards there. And then you have to do a reverse head hitter. And then you have to do a walk around. No, you do have to do walk around. You would fall instantly if you tried because of how high that is, of how close that is to the ceiling. Now that's the most nerve-wracking ladder flick you'll ever have to do. This jump isn't as bad, but it sucks to fail because you have to do that section, that terrible walk around. And then you have this. You could ledge grab or you could just jump. And then for this you can just jump off. I recommend jumping because you'll likely make it, but if you want to, you could walk it. But yeah, at this point you're like halfway done with this floor, so there's still quite a bit to go, but for now let's just try to get this done. So yeah, you just gotta get to here and then just wrap, and then just like hold W and then just like carefully try to go around, because if you do one wrong move you're gonna fall off. Once you do that, you just have some simple jumps, some simple ladder flicks, and then you have this ball. Just look where you have to go and then just kind of wrap around like that, and then you pretty much should be good. And then you just go around here, and I would actually recommend being the steeple for some skill booster because it kind of shows like loop failing as like the later floors and difficulty spikes. It's a good steeple to beat. But yeah, at this point you're very close. You just have to wrap to this, jump to this, dodge this, just dodge it exactly how I did, and then you have the last like final bad obstacle. So basically you have to jump onto the spinner. You have to wrap around kind of early, like exactly how I did, and then you can just jump, and then that's pretty easy. Just please don't fail. Please don't fail. It's terrible to fail. But yeah, once you do that, you have this jump. You can save yourself if you fall by glitching back in, but it would be really terrible. But yeah, congratulations. You have the descending part, but you have to do a couple more things. You have to go across this tightrope, climb this truss, and do a reverse header. Now you can't do the Scout-X skip is what I call it. It's kind of risky. It does save a ton of time though. But yeah, I'm gonna show the normal way because yeah, you have to do this reverse header. Once you make it in, you are good to go. You just have to slowly do the gameplay until you beat the steeple, which I did beat the steeple thankfully. Every time I passed those first 3 floors, I think one time I lost internet, so maybe not actually, but yeah, you get some, like, never mind. I was gonna say natural disaster, not natural, survive the disasters music, but I was a bit wrong. Yeah, these floors can be quite fun to do, but they can also be quite annoying because you could fail them for a while. But yeah, I just have to do all the gameplay here. It's not that bad. And these do go into multiple sections, so just be mindful of that. Then you have this, you just jump all the way here, and then you just flick up. And this is like the main part of floor 5, so it's just very simple. You just have to not flat side. And the one scary thing is doing the Steeple of Town Pillars, because that does have sections that can end your run. So that will be a bit scary, but it's not that bad. But yeah, the steeple is kind of good to do because it's a safe steeple, I call it. This Kilbrick section you'll take a ton of damage from, but it's not that bad. You just have to go around, squeeze through, jump on top, jump here, do some headers. You get your button challenge, and then just go down here. Please don't fall down. You'll have to do some more gameplay, and we overall kind of suck. But yeah. No, you reach in then 4-5. You just have this really difficult wraparound, and then you have this. You just have to wrap around kind of early. Wrap around early again, and then jump off. I lied. You just wrap around once, and then you jump off, but I'm not going to do a cut because of that button progress, which is really fantastic to have, because you save quite a bit of gameplay, and it's all fun and games until you accidentally do the button challenge a few times in a row. But yeah, this steeple gets way more better at the last 2 floors just because of safety net and stuff, even though they're a bit more difficult. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to jump on this, wrap around once, and then jump off, and then you can do some wraparound stuff. You could treat that as a wall hop, doesn't really matter. But yeah, just have to get up here, do a wrap around, jump to here, and then jump down. And on the last floor, which reminds me of floor 8 of Tower of Inception, which is actually a pretty easy floor to do. The only bad thing is that one speed section, but it gets actually kind of consistent. So once you can do it once, it's very likely you'll be able to do it again. But it does suck failing really far though. And it's whatever though, it's Tower of Inception. You're likely gonna fail quite a bit on the late section before actually doing it. So yeah, you got I like to call mini floor 8 Tower of Inception. Well, this is a very easy version because it's very different gameplay and it's safety netted. But yeah, there's not much to say about this floor. I mean, there really isn't. I just sound like a villager there for a second from Minecraft. So yeah, when you're here, you want to jump onto this tightrope conveniently placed right here. You want to jump all the way here and then just jump off, pray you land. And then you have to do this far jump to here. And then you have this thing, you just have to jump and then just shift lock, pray make it. And then you have this section. Just do a big wrap around like that. Please don't do some weird head hitter and go in there. Just do a big left side stick out. Make it through, and then this, you just kind of wrap around, pray you make it. If you fail, you fail. Doesn't really matter. If you do fail, though, you just have to go all the way to this conveniently placed truss. Clear your throat, and then do floor 4 again. And floor 4 is not that bad of a floor. It's it's not the lengthiest. It's not the shortest either. And I'll show you that's kind of short by doing it right now. So yeah, after this steeple, you got the big challenge, and yes, the steeple is a 6th floor steeple too, which makes everything 10 times better just because you have to do one more floor of progress. And I'm totally not being sarcastic. It's totally why couldn't it be 5 floors? So it could be done quicker, but hey, it's whatever. You just do it, and then I would kind of recommend going to climb animation, but you can just wrap around like that too. And then you have this thing, just align as well as you can for this edge part, and then just walk, pray you don't fall off. And then you have a ladder flick, and then you're pretty much done with this steeple. Just don't fail this final tightrope. And after you do that, you have steeple of towering pillars. Good luck. So this steeple starts off pretty easy. You get this 3-second timer that's really tight, so you just have to immediately wrap around like that. And I would recommend beating the steeple once or twice before going. And yeah. And by the way, this section's a safety net. If you fall down here, you can just go on this truss, which saves you. So this part's a safety net. Don't worry. As you can see, this is definitely a remorseless steeple. So yeah, good luck grinding it. Yeah, it's not too bad at the beginning. You just have to jump. Well, you have to jump on everything. So yeah, imagine the tower got built where you don't jump at all. I wonder what difficulty that would be. But yeah, for this jump, you just kind of want to go out and then go in just like how I did. And then for this jump, you have to jump all the way to this 1x2, and then you have to go around here, which then you have to do this header thing, and then you have to far reach hit this button, which gives you permanent button progress. Yeah, this steeple has a ton of button progress, so you really don't want to reset. So you just want to go here. You got to go all the way around, head hitter here, ladder flick off, do some simple stuff, wrap onto this, and then you go up here, jump to this, wrap around all the way, and then you flick to this, far jump to here, jump to this, and then you have to do this weird wraparound thing. It's what it is. It's sometimes makes, sometimes it's don't. It's probably better to actually do a wall hop there if you can, but you just gotta land and hope you make it, or somehow getting climb animation like how I did. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, thank God there was a truss there, because wow, that would have really sucked to fail that. I would have had to spend another 30 minutes getting back, which is terrible. And somehow, when you're doing this tower rush, you're either gonna fluke this entire steeple, or you're gonna spend an hour trying to do it. That's the reality of trying to do the steeple in a tower rush. That's pretty much what it is. But thankfully, there's button progress, which makes everything better. Now, the first floor button progress saves a bit. But when you're further down, you're gonna see way more heaps of button progress. Yeah. This steeple is not too long, it's not too short either, it's probably a good medium length. So yeah, I would recommend beating this. It shows difficulty and stuff. But yeah, once you're on floor 2, this is your first section that can actually end your run. So basically, first you have to jump on the spinner, and then you have once it's like perfectly vertical, you gotta do it here, and then you have to wrap on the right side to the leftish. So yeah, once you get up here, you gotta do a header, and then you just have to do this big wrap around. No, you don't. I'm being dumb. So you just have to actually header up here, and you have to go on this side to the right, and then you just jump to this, jump to here, and then you have to jump into this. You have to jump on this kill brick, and then you have this incredibly tight button section. So you want to not hit that button. So you gotta hit it. You have to carefully do all this gameplay as quickly as you possibly can. Once you get to this point, you're safe. And I had 1 second left. I was going really fast. So you gotta it's a really tight time. Once you do that, you're pretty much good for a good chunk of this floor until the soft lock section, of course. For this, you just have to wrap around and just pray you didn't time it really wrong. That's pretty much all I can say. So yeah, it's a bunch of far jumps and stuff. This is like classic muscle gameplay. This jump's weird. You have to get low, and then you just have to like jump and pray you don't hit your head on the ball. And then you have this. You just kind of have to jump onto the tightrope, jump to here, and this is the button that you need. So you have to go into here. You have to do this far jump onto here. You have to squeeze onto this. You have to far jump onto this button. And then you have to jump and you kind of have to squeeze into this. And then you can jump out and you're done with the soft lock section. Now, you might be able to do a lag high jump to escape that, but it's worth really practicing those. But once you do that first section, you never have to do it again. So you're going to feel way more confident after doing that, as now you have a higher chance of being the steeple. And look at that, we're on floor 3. So floor 3 is the difficult floor. Jump on the spinner that isn't the kill brick. So yeah, when you're doing floor 3, you're gonna realize you're about halfway done. I don't know, but this floor is not too bad. So you have to jump to all this gameplay. I just backtracked. As you see, the gameplay is like definitely remorseless difficulty. Got a bit higher, but yeah, you just have to wrap around like that, and then you wrap to this, do a far jump, do another wrap around. You do it onto a ladder, which then you flick off of, and then you have to quickly jump across this, jump off, and then you have this. By the way, this is a safety net. Do not worry. Please don't think this is a soft lock and reset. Floor 3 has a safety net. Now I think there's one more section that can end your run. I'm not certain though. And you can do a huge skip. You can jump to there, but I don't know if it skips a checkpoint, so we're just going to do this legit. And you really want to do the steeple pretty legit, as you don't want to skip anything this far, especially on this kind of challenge. And thankfully, it's not the Ring 4 Tower Rush challenge, which if I was grinding Ring 4 towers that were like kind of difficult at the time, I would be pretty happy, as I would get to do Tower Rush. But I was busy doing other things back in September of 2021. I think that's when it was. Yeah, that was my first ever video rush. But yeah, once you're done with this section, which is like low roof gameplay at the end, you have this. You just have to do some simple far jumps. You just have to jump to this. You have to jump all the way around because it spins very fast the other direction. You have to jump onto this. You have to jump to this truss, and then you have to get the button challenge. So what you have to do is you have to jump up here, squeeze through this, do a reverse head hitter twice. Then you have to do this jump. You have to do this ridiculously bad jump. And then you have this. You have to do a wraparound. Now, I think you can do it as a walk around, but it's a really terrible wraparound. But once you get that done, please get this button. Once you get that button, you're pretty much good for the rest of this. So that is really bad jump. I think you can walk around it. Probably should if you can, but yeah, it's a terrible jump. I'm really glad I did that first try. But yeah, once you pass that, you never have to do that button challenge again. and then you just have this weird section, which, yeah. Oh wait, that's non-collidable. But yeah, if you fail, you're gonna likely fall all the way down. So yeah, try not to fail. I'll meet you guys back up there. All right, we're back. So yeah, I failed here like shortly after, and oh no, please, no, I don't want to lose my connection. We're good. So yeah, basically you just want to jump here, and then this is collidable. So you have to jump and then squeeze in. Then you have to jump and then kind of like squeeze in again, and you have to wrap, and then you should be good. And then you have this jump, which you just have to like kind of like go in like that, and then you jump out, and then you're finished with that. So then you just do these simple jumps, go here, do that, and then you have to do this big wrap around, and then you have this. You want to get towards the very close to the wall, and as soon as that wall shover passes, you have to immediately start going, and then you have to reverse head hitter, and then you have to do that again. So you have to wait for it to just pass, and then you have to go twice, and you'll barely surpass it. So yeah, it's a very tight spot, but you only have to do it once, thankfully. And then after that, you're on floor 4. So after this big graph, you have to actually go down to floor 3 for a little bit, and then you're back on floor 4. So floor 4 is not that bad of a floor. You have this pretty much safety net of an area. And then you go on top of here, you have to far jump to this, go on top of here, wrap around, go here, then just carefully go across. And then you have this section. So you have to do this, and then you have to do this 2-stud stick out. You have to jump to this kill brick, jump all the way to here, jump on top of this, and then you have to jump on this, and then you have to kind of like walk across. Wait for it to be like at one of those like corners to wrap around like I just did, because you'll make that wrap easier. And then for this one, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, once you do this huge section, you jump up, you hit this button, you never have to do that section again. That is a ton of button progress. But you do have to do a ladder flick wraparound thingy. I don't know what those are called. But yeah, once you're done with that, you just have to kind of like go around, try to get towards the top, and then just wrap around, and then you can do a head hitter up. And then you have to kind of wrap around this way, as you'll have some ladder flicks. That was a close one. Yeah, you might loop fail here a little bit. Thankfully, you're losing like 15 seconds of progress. The only problem is you have to do this jump again, which isn't that bad, but it can be a while. But oh yeah, this. So you have to time that spin. You have to time it to be at that wall. You have to jump off of that, and then you can go, because this is a falling platform. Thankfully, I remembered. But you have to time it. You want the time for the spinner to be about this wall right here, the wall that has the ladder that you need. Basically, then you have to jump on top of this ladder. You have to hit space, and then you have to pray that you go back on the ladder or time it. So where you go on the spinner, or just get lucky like me. Like, yeah, I actually got lucky there. Basically, you have to flick, hit that, and then you have to go back on the spinner. You might fall. It's fine. You'll just have to get back up. But once you do that, you never have to get again, so you just have to worry about that falling platform. But then after this, you're pretty much good, as you just have to do this jump, which isn't that bad. But yeah, floor 4 is a pretty chill floor. And then you have this really tight time section. Just know you have to go like pretty far. You have to get to floor 5 essentially. So you just have to pretty much beat the rest of this floor in like 6 seconds. Once you get to that kill brick, you're safe. And now you're on floor 5. So you have to do this wraparound. You have to jump onto this. You might have to flick a little bit to squeeze in, but yeah. It starts off with this like button challenge, and then you have 10 seconds to get really far. You have 10 seconds to get past these 2 sections. Once you do that, you're good. You just have to jump on top of the spinner, and then you just have to kind of get towards the center so you can do like a head hitter and then climb up. And then you can jump to here, and then you're pretty much good. So yeah, after that, you just have to hope you don't get a close call, but you have to carefully go across this ladder, and then you're okay for now. But yeah, you just have some okay jumps. You have to jump to this, which I actually don't think is the right choice. I gotta keep going with it though. But you want to kind of jump to there if you can. Otherwise, you have to do like some wraparound thing. It's pretty difficult, but yeah, just try to aim for there. If you can't, then just do what I just did. But yeah, after that, you just jump to this, ladder flick to here, ladder flick on top, and now you're at a pretty okay spot. You have a little bit of the safety net, which is like never needed. And then you have to jump down to here. You have to do this wrap around. Try to wrap towards in, like hold W when you're done, but you can wrap it if you want. And you have this. You have like this section. You have to time this X push. You're timing it so right when you start or when you're about to fall, or just like time and then just jump off. Kind of do what I did. But after that, you're pretty much good. And then you have this. You have these wobbling platforms. You just have to jump on top. Copy what I did for that last one. It'll make it easier to be able to make the jump. But yeah, after this, you just have to keep going. And they have to kind of get towards the wall, and you just have to like hit her up. And then you go here, and then you have to wrap around, and then get onto the truss. And you just have to flick around, and then you should be good. It's pretty much good until floor 6, so just please don't fail. This is a very failable spot. I've failed here loads of times when doing towers. And this is a falling platform, so you have to jump and then immediately jump off, pretty much. It's got weird. Falling platforms have weird physics too, so you might actually fall. Try not to fall, hope for the best, and then you have this jump. So hope you make it. And now you're on floor 6, and floor 6 does have another soft lock. There's only really 2 in this tower, this steeple. But yeah. By the way, this wrap goes into a conveyor, and they have to do a conveyor jump, and they have to jump onto some trusses, and then you go to here, and yeah, you're gonna be a little bit nervous, like I am. Well, I'm not that nervous, but I really don't want to fail because it's floor 6, and you guys don't too. So you have to jump and then kind of turn in. I really recommend practicing the steeple unless you're really good at the game. Then you should be okay, but yeah. Just have to do some wrap around. Wrap, then turn, and this is soft lock. Do not fail this jump. You might be able to save, I don't know, but please don't fail that one jump. Please, please don't. And you have to go here, and you get to listen to some cool music. And then you have this thing, so you have to jump on top of this. And then you have to kind of go out onto that truss. It's not that difficult of a jump, but it can make you fail. And then you have this far jump, you just have to jump, and then you'll make it. And then you go on top of this, and then you have to go all the way through. And then you have some trusses, which are kind of scary, but it's not too bad. You just have to do this, and then you can just jump all the way here. And you have to jump, aim for as low as you can, as you're barely going to make it. And then you have this jump. You have to jump forward, and then you kind of have to jump aside. And then I recommend using a little bit of momentum to wrap around, but it can be a bit scary. And then this jump is just really scary, as you have to wrap out, and then you have to wrap in. Only use the D key. Don't hold W, you're going to fail. Okay? Just hold D, and then you'll make it, or A, whatever you dominantly wrap with. So after that, it's pretty much okay, as most jumps are easy. That's just one really bad jump. And then you have to go here, then you flick, and just jump. Most of the jumps are not that bad, but failing would really suck, as you now have to just do stuff, wrap around, and then you have to wrap around kind of a bit heavy, not that heavy, but you got to be mindful of this one stud gap. So now you just have to kind of go on top of here, and now you have this stick out. It's a nerfed 3-stud stick out, and then you just jump, turn, jump to here, and then you just have to wrap in. Just hold D, just like how I did, and then you have to jump onto this. And I did flat side here once in Tower Rush Run. I was really disappointed. But at this point, once you see these ladders, just very carefully get up. Then once you carefully go on the frame, and then you have this section. This is the very end. You have to hit this button. You have to immediately start going this way. You have to jump here, hit this button, carefully jump onto this, go across this tie rope, and congratulations, you just did the steeple and you just did your challenge. So as long as you don't get kicked. Yeah, once you do that steeple, you are done with the challenge. Now you have 2 options. One, you can reset like what I'm going to do because I don't want to finish this Tower Rush. I've already beaten it. Or 2, you could actually beat the Tower Rush. So yeah, that's that challenge. It's really difficult. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. It's just very lengthy. But yeah, once you're done, you can take a screenshot that you did the challenges and whatnot. And yeah, that's this week's weekly challenges. Hopefully this commentary is useful in some way. Probably isn't. You guys are probably very bored now. And yeah, I'll see you next week for next week's weekly challenges. See you then.